The sky turns gold, then fades to gray. Another sun that slips away. But in the quiet afterlight, I see your face in every night. I'm coming back to home, not just a place, but where your arms become my space. The stars can shine, the world can roam, but love is still where you are home. The wind can move from hill to shore, but it still calls me back once more. 1,000 rows beneath my feet, yet only yours can feel complete. I'm coming back to home, through wind and rain, through every song that speaks your name. No map can show, no line be drawn. Home is the light you leave on. Each step I take, you're in the air, like perfume laced in midnight prayer. I chase the dusk, I chase the blue, but every sky still leads to you. I'm coming back to home, just wait for me. The moon may change, but not the sea. And when the journey finds its end, I'll fall into your arms again.
I held your name behind my lips, afraid to say what love could risk. So I smiled and changed the subject line each time I wished you had been mine. I heard the silence in your breath, but thought it best to let it rest. So I joked and looked away again, hiding truth behind just friends. I waited for a word, just one. I thought your heart had turned and run. We stood so close but built a wall. Too scared to speak, we lost it all. If we had learned to speak sooner, if hearts had learned to sound, maybe we'd still be here now, not lost in what we never found. If only silence didn't win, we might have had, or might have been.
stayed in fear. Wrote you poems I never let you hear. I thought maybe later, thought not today. But every unspoken word just pushed you away. We passed like strangers in the light, too full of love, too full of pride. And now I miss the things we hid, the love we didn't know we did.
I wish I told you when your eyes asked me.
I wish you stayed when mine begged
Silently, if we had learned to speak sooner, if words were not so late, maybe our hearts would still be dancing, not wanting what silence made. If only we had dared to try, we might not have said goodbye. We might not have said goodbye.
I see us in a quiet town.
You hand me coffee, I spin around.
No past to run from, no words unsaid, just morning light and a shared bed. I fix the porch, you hum a tune.
We dance barefoot beneath the moon.
No broken promises, no need to mend. Only beginnings, no bitter ends. In another life we were everything your name never tasted like goodbye. I never lost you to the winds, you never learned how I cried. Somewhere we made it all the way, not just in dreams we hide. In another life, you were still mine. Our pictures line a hallway wall.
Laughter echoing down the hall.
Birthdays, winters, growing old. Love was soft, never cold.
We'd never doubt, we'd never leave.
We'd speak what we truly believe, and silence would be safe and kind, not the space you left behind. In another life we were everything. I wasn't too late, you didn't let go. The story wrote itself in gold, not a goodbye wrapped in a no-show. In that place we love without ending, no closing line. In another life, you were still mine.
word, no sorry, no goodbye to be heard. At first it echoed loud inside, like thunder rolling through my mind. I checked my phone but nothing came, not even guilt, not even blame. The silence stung, it wrapped me tight, a lonely hush that stole the light. But the silence, it healed me, soft and slow, it set me free. No voices pulling me apart, just quiet hands around my heart. No closure, no final plea, just space enough to find me. I screamed inside for something more, a single knock upon the door. But days grew long and pain grew still, and silence taught me how to feel. They say the truth will set you right, but silence, it held me through the night. No noise, no lies, no sweet disguise, just me beneath the endless skies. And somehow I survived that sound, no echo came, yet peace was found. Oh, you gave me nothing when you left, but in that void I took a breath, and every breath I took alone became the roots I now call home. Yes, the silence, it healed me. No more waiting, I let it be. What once felt sharp became the thread that stitched me whole from where I bled. You never spoke, and that was key. Your silence finally set me free.
Midnight on the dashboard, your perfume still in the air. I've got my hand on the wheel, but my mind's not really there. The street lights blur like memories I can't let fade. You said forever, but forever slipped away. I play that song we used to write to. Your voice still hums in the groove. The silence speaks in neon blue, and every beat still leads to you. Cruising through the city pulse, slow and low, missing you in stereo. Your love was rhythm, your touch was flow. Now I'm dancing with the echo. Oh baby, where did you go? The rear view's full of what we used to be, and every red light reminds me to breathe. You were smooth like jazz in my veins. Now the night plays your name in refrain. I ain't moving on, just moving through. This city don't sleep, and neither do I without you. Street by street I retrace our tune, still chasing shadows of our moon. Cruising through the city pulse, heart on glow, memories on cruise control. Your love was rhythm,
You could have said it wasn't love, could have said your heart moved on, but instead you left me in a pause, like a song that never got sung. I waited days, then weeks, then none, checking my phone long after dawn. Was it that hard to let me know? Or was it easier to just let go? I didn't deserve that silence, not a whisper, not a line. You walked away like I meant nothing, but I gave you all my time. You don't have to love me back, but I deserve to hear goodbye. I didn't deserve that silence, that empty echo as your reply. I'm not begging for your words, not asking you to stay, but every soul deserves an ending, not just fading out that way. And say you were scared, I was too. Say it felt easier to disappear. Maybe that's true, but ghosting someone who loved you real tells me more than words could feel. Still, I wish you said a thing, even silence with meaning. Now I write songs to fill the space where your truth should have had a place. And healing hurts more when I pretend that we had some kind of end. I didn't deserve that silence, not after all we shared. A single word, a shaky truth. Was that really too much to bear? You left your quiet like a wound, and I'm still bleeding from your goodbye. No, I didn't deserve that silence, but I'll rise without your reply. You were right there, just inches away, smiling soft in your light blue dress. Friends all around, a crowded day, but my heart beat louder than the rest.
You looked at me like you always do, but this time it hurt to meet your eyes. 'Cause I knew I'd miss my chance with you, and you were his under open skies.
Oh, this is the hug I couldn't give, the moment I swallowed just to let you live. My arms were shaking, full of ache, but I just stood still for your heart's sake. It's the closest I'll ever be to touching a dream that wasn't for me.
to wonder how you look in white. Turns out I see it, just not by my side. I rehearsed the words 1,000 tries, but time slipped past while I watched the sky. Now you're smiling for another name, and I'm the friend too proud to blame.
If love was fair, we get a turn, but some hearts wait just to learn that loving loud and loving true still doesn't mean they'll choose you. This is the hug I'll never give, a goodbye I'll carry as long as I live. No drama, no tears, no fight, no scene, just a man standing, loving unseen. The saddest part is I never lied, I just loved you from the side.
I wore the dress you once adored, spoke soft just like before, but you don't look the same when you see me now. Like I'm someone you never knew somehow.
I laughed a little less these days. I don't fool myself to keep you safe. I've grown into my quiet fire, but you miss the girl who only cried.
You loved who I was, not who I became. You held the version that whispered your name, but I'm louder now. I take up space, and in your eyes I've lost her face. You miss her softness, but not her scars. You love my silence, not my stars. I stayed small so you could shine, dim my truth to fit your line. But I've learned to stand where I belong, even if you think I'm wrong.
She was sweet, she was tame, she gave you love without a name. But I found fire in my breath, and that's the me you never cared. Ooh.
You loved who I was, not who I became. You kissed my fears, but feared my flame. Now I walk where I once kneeled, no longer soft enough to heal. Your kind of love that always shamed the woman I finally became. I was a mess of half-built dreams, tangled thoughts and silent screams. I wore my doubts like second skin, too scared to lose, too lost to win. But you looked through all that haze, found the fire behind the gray. You didn't flinch, you didn't run, you saw the man I hadn't become. You held my hand like I was whole, while I was breaking soul by soul.
And every time I tried to hide, you reached the place I kept inside. You saw me before I did, before the light, before I lived. When all I gave was half of me, you still believed in what could be. I didn't know how to begin, but you saw me before I ever let myself in. Ooh, ooh, oh. You spoke in faith I didn't know, said you are more than what you've known. I thought your love would fade and fall, but you stayed, you gave it all. You saw me before I did, past every scar I tried to hid. And in your eyes I found a place where broken things still held their grace. I didn't see what you could see, but you saw me, and that set me free. And now I walk a little taller, sing a little softer, stand a little prouder. Not because I changed who I am, because you showed me I always had it in. You saw me before I did, lit a flame when mine was dim, taught me love that doesn't bend, and made me feel like I could mend. You were the mirror I couldn't find. You saw me before I ever saw my light.